Who was Mrs. Torrance? Well, Mrs. Torrance was a woman in The Shining, but she was also the band I was in the 90s. We were a band that got signed to BMG after about a year of being together. And that's when we changed our name from Why the Sky to Mrs. Torrance. We had an amazing few years on BMG. We got signed when we were spotted by David Bendeth. He came in and saw us playing at the Cameron House when we opened for Fancy Pants Hoodlum, who then became Peaches. One of the coolest things we got to do right off the bat was open for Oasis. Here is their, look, they got slagged by the Canadian press. But yeah, we got slagged also, but never mind. Anyway, we released 2 records. One of them was this cassette that became a CD called Why the Sky, and then Mrs. Torrance, I'm the Bird. I have all kinds of memorabilia. There's our first gig at the Hard Rock Cafe. We had an amazing time. We were signed for 4 years. Spent loads of money. Did some incredible shows. There's Andy Koyama, who recorded our first album for free at the Film House. We opened for many great bands. Crash Test Dummies, the Waltons. We toured all across Canada about 5 times. Did lots of work with the Rio Statics. Made videos where I got covered in stuff. Ate lots of burgers. Got lots of reviews, lots of press. We toured in Ottawa many times. Played with great bands like the Monoxides. Met lots of people. I don't know who that was. Yeah, then one of the most amazing things we got to do was record at the Film House, which David Bendeth, who signed us. We recorded at not the Film House, I mean at Le Studio. I mean, that's historical right there. There's us hanging out at Le Studio. I got to play with Carol Pope, just because I was in Mrs. Torrance, and hang out. We took all our friends and we went and stayed at the studio for a couple of weeks. Recorded I'm the Bird with Ken Meyer. This is us playing with Bass's Bass and some other people. Yeah, anyway. Mrs. Torrance was a rock band. There's Ken Meyer skiing across the lake. And we were pretty fun. That was who Mrs. Torrance were. We're reuniting to play at Winter Song. And we're actually not reuniting. I have new players with me because the guys were busy. But we're going to play some of the old songs. So if you like this band, you like loud music, and you want to come and rock, come and see it. It's going to be good.